Good morning and happy new vlog day. We are about to head out, Mr. Aarikka and I, to an auction house. And I just got ready super quickly because we are actually doing house viewings this morning. So I've been spending most of my morning tidying up and getting ready for that. But I'm wearing these jeans that I've had for years and years and years. They're from J. Crew, I think. And I recently rediscovered them from the back of my drawer. Well, actually, whilst I was doing some January tidying up. So I've found them and been wearing them pretty much non-stop since. I found a very similar pair, which I'm going to link for you in the down below there. And yeah, this is just really, I don't know, it's just, they feel really flattering and fresh and just slightly different. I've been really bored with the super wide jeans, and so yeah, these feel like a nice option to have. And I'm wearing my Suzanne cardigan, and the Suzanne, I think I showed both of you these when they had arrived. Can you see anything? So double lace today, which was what I felt to wear. And you can't quite see it, but I'm also I didn't do anything for my hair yesterday. I just washed it. I was actually under a hat whilst I went to pick my daughter up from netball. And I don't think it's been ever better than this. It's just really good hair day, which is really quite unusual for me. Must be the new haircut I had done last time. Was it 2 weeks ago? No, last week. And yeah, super pleased. Felt odd to be talking to the mirror, so I turned you around in here. So I'm going to be taking you with me to the auction house. The auction isn't today, but it's for furniture and antique art and stuff like that. So we just want to go to, I mean, we have an hour and we have 2 viewings this morning, so we have a couple of hours to kill anyway. So I might as well do something, and we are very much preparing for the success of this house buying project. So we are going to see some new furniture, rugs and art for the new house, because it's completely empty and we definitely don't have enough to go in every room. So we're just going to see what's available and see. I don't actually know when the auction is, but I guess we can always do. If you follow me on Instagram, you might remember that last summer we had visiting badger who kept coming to the front garden. Like, we have a little bit of grass below the patio there, and the badger came down and used it as their buffet table and kept digging everything up. And I used all sorts of different methods to try to repel them, and they did disappear and the grass was all right. But it definitely looks like somebody has been up there again. So I think I need to get my How to Repel Patches book back out again and find out what I did last time that worked, because it's looking more like a field than a patch of lawn in there. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop talking now. So we're going to pack the dog and ourselves to the car and start heading to the auction house. Countryside is looking rather grey and brown on a January day like this. We just stopped at the co-op that we could see that was advertising for Costa takeaway, and stopped there because I'm not sure if there's any other places for coffee. Not the most glamorous experience, but that's absolutely fine. That's the job. But we have now arrived in it. Anyway, so we're now going to try to find a parking space, and I'll take you inside with me. There's some houses for sale and some. Oh, look at these urns. Do you think these are for sale? I like these. I can live with that. Set. That would look good on the new patio, wouldn't it? Look, they have a grapes on the back. What's the brand? Coldbrook. That's probably not old. Yes, I'm talking. Look, there is firearms in here. Luckily we don't need these yet. Anything else? fireplace. Quite nice outside. This has seen better days. Quite like this glamorous little thing. It's quite pretty details and the top is nice. Can't really get a good picture of that because it's so much stuff here. Quite like this rug as well. We need some big rugs. Just taken a lot number of this painting. Not I'm too keen on the painting itself, but it has quite pretty frames and I just want to see how much that goes for. These frames are really nice too. Hello.
Hello. Do you know what this material might be? Oh, look.
And it's got a name, I can't remember what the name's called. You can lock away your alcohol.
I feel like I'm in Dallas. I like this.
Nice frame.
Just arriving to Wells, and I'm not sure if you've ever been here, just driven past, and look how magnificent that cathedral is. It's absolutely enormous. I mean, Wells is not even that big of a place, but the cathedral is magnificent. We are trying to find a place to stop and have maybe brunch or something. There's still viewings going on in our house. The auction house was actually quite small, so we had it all done and dusted in no time, so we're now going to stop and have another coffee. It's a little bit miserable in Wells this morning because it's raining, and we have now found a little cafe, bar, restaurant that we have just come in with Laila. Let's see how she behaves. She's a bit of a country pumpkin and isn't really that used to coming to cafes necessarily, so I think we need to take her more really, so she's going to be a little bit more chilled, but let's see how this goes. I think we're going to order maybe something to eat now and then head back home. Good morning from well, it's not actually sunny yet, but the sky is looking really lovely, baby blue. It's a Friday morning here in Bath, and yeah, I have quite an exciting day ahead of me. I have booked myself into Reformer Pilates, and this is big news because I've not done any exercise, like apart from walking and la, which I'm not really sure if it counts like a proper exercise, for a long time. I'm not sure if I'm even brave enough to admit how long it's been, because it really has been that long. And the reason why I finally got motivated to do that is that 2 days ago I had a funny achy lower back. It wasn't overly painful or anything, but just felt like that maybe I had like a nerve had gotten trapped a little bit. So I was frantic, as you do when you get something like that, looking at all sorts of videos from YouTube and TikTok that how to relieve a pain in the lower back, which then reminded, I was doing just more like stretches, and it did help. It's fine now, it's not really hurting at all. But that reminded me that when after my daughter was born, who was my second child, I realized that my core was so weak and my back was really often really stiff and quite often quite painful as well. So I booked myself into a gym where I got a program made for me, which was just literally just core. I mean, not just doing like stomach crunches or anything, but all the exercises basically I was doing were something to strengthen my core. And within few weeks, my stiff lower back and my back pain was gone, and by some miracle hasn't gone back, even if my exercise routine has been non-existent. But this is now, you know, February is near here, so this is a good time to start a new hobby. It's not, I used to do fair bits of reformer Pilates maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago, so it's not a new thing for me, and I really enjoyed it. But I do have a bit of a habit that when I get out from a routine that I just, you know, then forget and fall off from the earth and never go back, which is very stupid of me. But now this is a new start, and I'm now booked myself. I bought a 3-class pass to get me started. And yeah, I'm going to upgrade it. So I was actually even looking at doing like a monthly membership where you could do as many classes as you wanted. But we are going to go to Finland in February, so that's probably not going to be the most sensible option. Probably not anyway, given that I haven't really been doing anything. So maybe I shouldn't be starting by doing all you can. So maybe I just buy like the 10-time class or something afterwards. But yes, very pleased. And that means that I need to find some exercise clothing for me. I have a whole drawer full of exercise clothing, but I haven't worn anything for ages. So let's see if how anything is looking these days. We'll see. On other news, I got a lovely delivery from Ole Henriksen, which is a new skincare brand for me. And I use this Banana Pride Instant Glow Moisturizer, which is, sorry, I'm wearing my contact lenses, which are my first ever varifocal contact lenses, and I haven't worn them for ages. So my brain just takes a little time before it's actually properly using them, but I can actually see quite well with this. And this is like a moisturizer, as it says, really actually similar feeling, really nice scent, like a citrusy, and not at all too empowering, and has kind of like the texture is quite similar to the Bobbi Brown one, the face base one. So this is perfect for wearing under makeup. So yeah, really like the feeling of it. My skin is looking quite good today compared to how it sometimes is. And it also had Banana Pride Vitamin CC stick, which I didn't read any instructions, which is very much how I like to do things. And I just tried it on this morning already. Just add a little bit more just to see. So yeah, very pleased. Another one that arrived, I haven't actually opened this yet, but this Shiseido, which I used to use lots of their products a few years ago, but they've been falling off my radar a little bit. But I'm trying this new Vital Perfection cream, which is uplifting and firming advanced, which is definitely what I feel my face could use a little bit. So it brightens and firms. I was going to actually curl my hair now. I'm really pleased still about my haircut. It just makes such a difference. I mean, it's probably not looking any different than my hair was before for most people, but for me, I can feel the difference. And oh, before I go, I also forgot to tell you that at the auction preview we went. Well, we completely forgot the day it was on. I think we went on Friday, and then the following Saturday, I think, was the actual auction, and we completely forgot that. So we didn't get anything. I quite like that fish painting, but I think that went for a lot of money anyway. So it's probably, I probably wouldn't be too frugal to bid on more than, I think it was like over £300, which I think is quite a lot of money for. I don't think it was any sort of masterpiece or anything, but the frames were really nice. So next time I go to an auction, I need to pay attention and put a reminder when the actual auction is happening, so I won't miss out. But yeah, go to get ready now, and I'll take you with me so you can see how clumsy I am when I'm trying to curl my hair. I'm doing it like this because I'm quite clumsy curler, so it just saves me lots of time. I find the hot rollers are so much easier to put on. Whereas when I faff around with this curler, as you will soon see, it's just I don't know, I understand why I am so bad at it. I mean, I've been doing this for long enough and I've always thought I'm quite handy person, but clearly not, because this seems to be impossibly difficult. I don't know if it's the electric cord or whatever it is, but I just find it so, maybe my brain just doesn't work very well when I have to look at myself in the mirror. I don't know what it is, but it is hard. But I really like the curls that this one makes, and I really like the fact that I don't have to wash my hair often at all when I have curled my hair. So it is worth the faff, but I don't do it especially often. So I just take little sections, and this is not a tutorial. Don't do what I'm doing but I use just the hairspray. I had the Philip Kinsley protein spray for hair, like this dark green bottle. I'll link it for you. That's a really nice one. I didn't do anything else and my hair was feeling really nice and airy. And I used the Aveda volumizing shampoo when I washed it, and that's all. I didn't dry it, I didn't do anything else with it. And now I'm just going to use this for the curling. Using lots of products is more likely to weigh it down, so keeping it simple is normally a better way of doing it. Anyway, I'm going to put you now on pause because you really don't need to see me. Okay, I know that they are extra curly and look crazy at the moment, but I'm just going to let them cool down whilst I do my makeup, and then I'm going to take the ones on the back, and I won't do brushing, but I'll just use my fingers to right, let's do a quick makeup. So I used, like I said, this Banana Pride cream, which is really nice feeling, really like that, and the Banana Pride vitamin C stick, which also is definitely feeling like it's highlighting my under eye area. And then I'm going to be using this BB cream instead of a foundation today. I'm using the Eborian and my shade is Clear, and this has also bits of an SPF, but I have already used my Tatcha one, which is SPF 50, so I'm doubling up on the SPF, which is not a bad thing. So I'm just going to add a little bit in here. I don't have the words to describe how much I like this one. It gives you baby skin effect, and I remember, I think it was for one of these videos that when I was using for the first time, and I was laughing at that. I don't think 48-year-old skin will ever be baby skin like, but that really is the best way to describe it. It's really just amazing. I don't understand how they do it, but it has enough coverage so that my skin is looking even, but it just doesn't at all. It just feels like a moisturizer. It does not feel heavy. It does not leave any sort of like the sort of foundation mask. I do still like to add a little bit extra for it, but yeah, this is so good. So if you are like makeup that is natural and you want to keep things simple, get this one. So good. Next, I'm going to just add a little bit of bronzer. I'm sure I've shared this before, but I really like the creamy texture of this Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm wearing the right. Maybe this is a good time also to give you a bit of an update about the house situation. So as I said on my previous video, unfortunately we lost the previous buyers, which obviously was a bit of a shock to the system. Should not have been, because this is just a local system and anything can literally happen, but it was a shock anyway. And I think the biggest stress it caused was having to get back on the tidying and making sure that the house was ready for viewings and and having people coming to see it, which took us, my husband was more in charge of emptying the garage and making sure that that was ready. And then he's in the recycling team. So I do the decluttering and he sorts out the recycling because I don't have patience for that. Well, I could have, but I choose not to because I have somebody else who's doing it for me. And he's not very good at the whole. He likes to keep everything and he knows that this is his preference. So we normally divide the labor so that I do all the decluttering. And he then makes sure that they go all to right places, to charity shops and where else. And we got then, the house went to market and we got 8 viewings booked. Pretty, well, not all on the same day, but there was like in a matter of I think 6 days or 7 days, and then one of them got cancelled. First one offer and then a second offer, which was obviously great news because it all happened so quickly. So it then took a while to find out about the financial position of the buyers, because obviously they need to make sure that they are, or the estate agents need to make sure that they are actually able to proceed with the purchase. And we have now officially accepted an offer. So I know, thank you so much. Like, so many of you were sending me really nice messages and leaving comments on my previous video as well, that, oh, you know, it won't take for long for you to sell your house. But although we had done it before and it has never taken very long, you just never know. And it just feels like, oh, but if this, nobody wants to buy my house anymore. But yeah, we are really lucky that didn't happen. And we are now off the market and back on being under offer, and the new buyers don't have any chain either, like the previous ones didn't. So we are hoping that this won't actually delay things at all, and we can still proceed as the same speed as we were doing before. They seem very switched on and on the case, the new buyers, which is great too, because sometimes these things can just track on forever and forever. They're actually moving from the States and they have a property they have to sell in there, and the American system seems so much quicker. I think they were saying that you can get these things done in a matter of, you know, a couple of weeks or maybe 30 days or something, which is also how it works in Finland. But in the UK, I mean, come on, you can't, if you're doing, if things go really well and really speedily and there's no hiccups and no major holidays in between or anything, 3 months is a speedy operation. If you can go from offer accepted to actually completing and moving in, that's good going. But we are obviously not going to be anywhere near the 3 months. We started this process already last summer, end of last summer. And I mean, yeah, we haven't even exchanged contracts obviously yet. So there's still a little while to go, but I feel super relieved and happy that things are back progressing, and we are, maybe this just makes me appreciate the house that we are buying even more, because obviously there was a moment and I thought that we might be losing it, but we'll see. Hopefully it's going to be smooth sailing from now on. I'm touching wood here because I don't want to jinx it now. So it's all good. So I'm using now my Hourglass mascara, which I've had for a while already. I don't know what the name is. Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, which is exactly the sort of name of mascara I want. I love this kind of brush, like a little tight brush, but not just the silicone bits. I don't like the silicone bits because I feel like that doesn't give you any volume. The other mascara I really like, I shouldn't be using 2 at one go, but I can't help myself sometimes, is the Laura Mercier one. So this has a slightly bushier brush, and this is like a swirled. And this is very good for volume. Actually, maybe I use this one now so I can show you. I need to use my separate little mirror because I can't operate on the camera mirror. And now I need to put my concentration face on as well, so feel free to ignore me. So it just makes them look quite bushy, which is exactly what I like. You might be now thinking that what is she doing in there? She's going to her Pilates class for the first time ever and she's putting a full face of makeup. But that's only because I have to do some filming this morning before I go to do my Pilates. I don't actually know what time it is now. So I might have to have a little bit of makeup for that. So I would normally, this is not for the Pilates, this is for the filming I need to do beforehand. Right, so this is now the hair. It will calm down because of my hair quality still, but I really like it curly like this. This is what I would like it to be naturally, but obviously I wasn't so lucky. I'm wearing a little bit of lipstick as well. It's my NARS Gypsy. It's very light. It's more like a lip balm, really with a bit of color, which is the consistency I like. But right, I'm now going to get ready to do some filming for Instagram Reels. That is, I haven't done much of that this year because, well, obviously because I have been just too busy with other stuff, like tidying my house, which in hindsight would have been probably the perfect time to do some filming, but I didn't have the bandwidth for that, so I'm going to get better and start doing more posting on Instagram as well. So yeah. Right, I'm sort of starting where I left you last time. I've just got changed and I'm ready to go to my Pilates lesson. It's not actually the one that you saw just a few moments ago because I realized that I was running late, so I had to rush to get ready and leave. But today I have given myself a little bit more time because it doesn't have the parking situation. It wasn't quite so simple as I had hoped for, so I'm planning on parking a little bit further away so I don't have to worry about that, and I'm just going to give myself enough time to walk there. I'm wearing these, well, they are like this sort of exercise material. Can't quite see how they are, can you? I really like the style of these. They're super comfortable and they are, I feel like they look a lot more expensive than what they actually are. I think these are some sort of Lululemon rip-offs, but they are from Amazon, and I have these in another pair as well, and I think they're just the best exercise clothes there are. And I'm going to be taking my new bag. This is really nice. I really like it. It's from Cezanne, like their canvas bag, and look, it has a really pretty insides. And I ended up getting this because I realized that I actually use quite often these sort of easy canvas bags when I just go to Pilates. It's just nice to have a bag that it's not, you don't have to be precious about, and it's spacious enough to fit in lots of stuff. But I'm going to now get going, so I really won't be late and having to, well, on Friday when I did my first class, I had to actually run to the lesson, so it would be quite nice if I wouldn't have to do that. But yes, I'll be back. and all sorts of fun. And it maybe had in the 80s a bit of a reputation of being maybe not so trendy and fashionable, and not that that's important for me, but it feels like that there's been now new ownership, and it just feels like that they just have such nice things in there. So I can't wait to share those with you. It's probably, I'm not sure if I'm sharing with you anything now, because I need to do a little bit of planning for the content I'm going to be doing, but you are probably going to be the first people to see the little glimpses of their range and the products I have chosen. So more of that later. But anyway, now back to my spring clothes. So this is, as you can see, from Aarikka. Two things. I forgot that I bought this other one as well. So denim skirts. I know it's a bit of a Marmite product, or I feel like it's a bit of a Marmite product. I've been a fan for the longest time, potentially since the 80s, when my mom used to have one. And I don't know what it is, but I just really like denim skirts. I feel like that just makes it, I like skirts anyway, but sometimes it might feel a little bit formal. Whereas if you have a denim skirt, really simple, straight, quite dark denim, just really nothing too, like like a classic denim skirt. And I just find them so, it's a bit like dresses with pockets and coats with hoods. There's just something like that just adds a little bit more like a casual touch to it, which I really like personally. So this is one of the pieces that I have. It is for my spring. I've laid it out for you. I'm going to show this to you shortly. But yeah, for my spring capsule wardrobe. Also got this very plain basic vest top, which, you know, it's just handy to have. It's nothing to shout from the rooftops from, but it's one of those things that if you don't have them, it's really irritating. I had a very similar one from Bowden last year, but I managed to stain it with something that I can still see the stain. So I thought I can keep that at the stay. If I'm just wearing it underneath something, that's fine. But this one is now a brand new pristine one that is going to look much smarter. Right, so you are now turned around and a little bit lower, so you can hopefully see the whole thing. So first up are these jeans I bought from Bowden. I used to be a quite big fan of Bowden, like, I don't know, maybe 7-8 years ago, and I used to have quite a few things from there. But it just went off from my radar a little bit. But I've been seeing lots of really nice things there lately. Like, I think they're just really up their game. And this season especially, there's been just lots of really nice things. And yeah, these jeans, they are really very comfortable. I have a fairly similar pair from Cezanne, which is nice as well, but it's much thicker material, which makes them a little bit stiff to wear, whereas these are just super comfortable. I really like the off-white color as well, so it's not too stark. And I paired it with these. These are also from Bowden. Bowden has always been making really nice shoes. I really like them. They just have a really, well, shoes that are very, they fit well and they're comfortable and they are just very nice looking. In addition, I also bought this new charm. This is from Cezanne, and this is just an old chain I have from there, and my earrings. I have a couple of others as well, but just a simple gold things. Actually, I really like this because I have another pair that I really like, but I find it too difficult or too uncomfortable to sleep with. So that's why I don't like wearing it, because otherwise it means I have to take them off for the night, and I'm all for the ease and comfort in my life. This top is so cute, isn't it? I mean, look at this. Just a simple stripy top, but just has a really cute little detail and the buttons. And this is from, oh, I still have the label in there, just poking out, making it look like I have a hunchback. Yeah, so this is just lovely. Yeah, really nice. So these are the two pieces. Not sure if I'm necessarily wearing these together, but yeah, I like the look of them. And then this coat. I mean, this is so lovely. I absolutely love it. I'm going to go now mixing stripes and checks so you can see it. This is size also from Cezanne, and Cezanne just makes such nice coats. There is no denying that. This is really pretty, and the pattern, I really like it. One is this suede one with the bigger buckle, and this is quite handy. Sometimes it's hard to buy belts. If you want to wear them both on your waist and then sometimes with trousers that are a little bit lower, because my waist and hip size are so different that it doesn't really work. But this is really nice one as well. So it just will fit most sizes, which is really quite handy. Not that I'm planning to wear it over my wool coat, but which I've had already a little while. I've already have stripes and checks, maybe a little animal pattern on top of that. I mean, this is definitely going really crazy with the patterns. This has been really good purchase. I've worn these loads. I have quite plain tasting clothes, which you might have noticed. So it's just sometimes nice to have a little pop of color or a little bit of pattern, something. This comes with this furry bit, which I really quite like. And it's also quite matching to my shoes, which I had these made for me, but I'm sure I can find you a similar pair. And these have also that furry finish. And the next thing is another purchase from Boden, this skirt, which I absolutely love the style of this. I've had a very similar one that was a slightly shorter, but was always a bit too big on the waist, whereas this one is really nicely fitted and obviously has the belt loops as well, so you can make it fit better for you. But it looks really nice both with and without the belt, which I like. And then I'm just wearing the same top I had. And then I have this jacket. It's just simple and the sort of length and style that will go with lots of different outfits. So these go really nicely together, I think. Here is now the denim skirt, which is looking lovely. I think it's a little bit gappy on the waist, but I wouldn't be able to fit any smaller size. It's quite stiff denim with no stretch, but it feels comfortable. And you know, with denim, once you've worn it a little bit, it's going to only get more comfortable. And I'm going to wear this lovely, pretty, detailed. And I also got this new scarf. I really like the look of scarf, like a neck scarf this spring for some reason. This has, I really love the colors. You can probably see a bit of a theme with the colors I went for. So that would work for that as well. But I really like this little, maybe because it looks, I mean, it makes me also think like a Parisian girls. So this is my attempt to combine Nordic with. And my last one for the spring wardrobe is this lovely yellow canvas bag, which you might think is nothing special. I really quite like the color, and when you are combining it with white and neutrals and maybe a little bit of denim, I just quite like the look of it. So it goes very nicely with my new scarf as well. So here we go. These were now my new things for spring. Like I said, I'll link them all for you below. And I think that's it. I think I'm going to finish this vlog in here. I have no idea how long this is because I've filmed it over so many days now. But now that we have managed to sell the house again, yay, I'm hoping that it's going to be, I found it so distracting and it was really difficult to concentrate on anything else, really trying to do my work and then be mindful of the house being just tidy the whole time. But now that it's done, I can then, concentrate on doing more of these vlogs as well. So hopefully I'll see you soon, and thank you very much for watching. Oh, and I've been also told that I need to tell you that, can you please subscribe? If you enjoy these videos, they're only going to get better is what I'm going to tell you. I hope so. I mean, this is, steep learning curve, but we are getting there. So thank you very much. Oh, if you don't want to subscribe, maybe if you hit the like button, please, that would be quite nice. So I'll see you soon.